How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sigmas and Gamers, and today we're going to talk about the recent news of Phil Spencer making his speech of after winning his Lifetime Achievement Award and all that good stuff, saying that, especially like how he says about Spencer asking gamers to respect creators, calls out toxicity in an acceptance speech, and I gotta say, this is actually really good to hear because actually calling out all this BS that we're just seeing in the game community 24/7. And thinking they're the end-all, be-all, and all that nonsense. So without any further ado, let's go and dive right into this. So it starts off saying that Xbox CEO Phil Spencer received a Lifetime Achievement Award at DICE 2022 last week, put an exclamation mark on nearly a 35-year career that has seen him rise from intern to one of the most powerful leaders in the games industry. And speaking with IGN after his acceptance speech, Spencer directly addresses the gaming community, urging them to respect creators above all else. Keep playing, keep using your voice, understand the power of creativity, the power of community, Phil Spencer said. And the other thing I would just say is, let's respect creators. And I think it's very often that creations can be kind of weaponized and used in battles between platforms and other things. I look at everybody who is brave enough to create something, put it out, and have their peers and industry players play and analyze and talk about what they do. And let's just celebrate the fact that so many great games are coming out, so many creators, and realize that's such a foundation and for where this industry is going to go. And then Spencer's comments followed a speech in which he called out toxicity in gaming, saying that the games industry has a, in quotes, responsibility to billions of players. We have a responsibility to everyone in this business. We have a responsibility to society, and we have a responsibility to ourselves. Our responsibility is simple: do everything possible to ensure that this entire industry is about treating every single person with dignity and respect. I gotta say, I love hearing that right there, guys. Yep. Toxicity was a major theme throughout DICE, an industry-focused conference that brings together executives and developers for a week networking and discussions, culminating in the DICE Awards. In her keynote, EA Senior Vice President Mario Mille, if I pronounce that correctly, called for the removal of the leaders, quote, who fall short for basic standards, in what seemed to be a reference to allegations that have roiled Activision Blizzard over the past year. Spencer, who faces the task of integrating Activision Blizzard for Xbox following the publisher's recent acquisition, said that he still believes gaming is a force for good in this world, and I gotta say, I really do agree with that. So, however, he also called on both players and employees to provide a safe and inclusive environment for everyone in the games industry. We fall short when we fail to provide safe and inclusive environment for every person who works in our industry. We fall short when we tolerate abuse. We fall short every single time someone feels unwelcome in our industry and our communities. And we must, and we will do better. Spencer has consistently campaigned for greater inclusiveness in gaming, making Xbox one of the industry leaders in accessibility. He also recalled what he called, in quotes, painful moment when women described their experience at Xbox, saying, feeling the emotion, the anger, and disappointment. And Spencer's speech was one of the highlights in the show. It saw It Takes Two take home as the second major game of the year award, with Ratchet & Clank, Forza Horizon 5, and Halo Infinite among big winners on the night. And you can read our full recap on the DICE Awards here. And so, yeah, I gotta say, it looks like Phil Spencer has been making some really good points. And all I can say is that ever since he took that position back in 2014, he certainly has done a lot of good things for the Xbox ecosystem and for the Xbox community. And so, yeah, we do actually see all this negativity and toxic behavior and just having all these, basically these keyboard warriors just sending death threats to developers like People 3 Industries, which is like something we do not tolerate, hey guys, because seriously, the people here, even the developers may not give 100% everything that you want. Basically, at the end of the day, they're actually human and they're trying to do their job so that way they can put food on the table for their families and friends, and also try to survive in this crazy world that we live in. And of course, video games, they have actually done, as Phil Spencer said, saying that's actually, whenever Phil Spencer mentioned about video games being a force of good, I could definitely agree with that, because it has done a lot more good things for this world, despite how society likes all these these old heads who like to bash video games, saying, "Oh, they're just a waste of time. They're stupid. They're for little kids and all." Like we've been hearing since way back in the 1980s in when gaming was starting to started getting more momentum after the crash that we had back in the early 80s. But that's kind of like a long story. But I'm sure for those who kind of like know the history, you know where I'm going at. But I gotta say, like video games have done a lot of good things for us. Whenever we got rejected from a job or lost a job or gone through a breakup or lost a family member or kind of gone through some hard times, such as like getting in a bike accident and trying to slowly recover. As you can see right here, just that's actually video games actually helped us get our minds off those negative things, and it certainly feels very empowering. Such as like for example, like whenever I got into a bike accident about a couple of months ago, to where I got rushed in the hospital. I gotta say it was not a great experience, but however, that's whenever Halo Infinite came around. Around that time, like basically the Halo Infinite campaign came out, and boom, I'm starting to feel a lot better, and just like got my mind off this pain and stuff, all the pain I was going through after my accident. And so yeah, I could go on for this, but that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. And thank you so much for your support, and feel free to sound off your thoughts in the comment section below and get a discussion going. And we will catch you all in the next one.